with us from Warren P. McGurk Stadium. Basically a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. UMass will kick off and will be underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense working from the pistol. Pulled and fired complete. Makes the grab in their space. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Mendoza. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his big tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Bradley. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the Oak. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. Running inside. It's Hood.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The Aggies have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Defense looks as if it's coming. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. They're setting up the screen. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Minuteman offense heads onto the field for the first time today. And is this senior wide receiver. He's worked his way into this passing attack, and the coaches are very pleased with his progress.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for the squad.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Got a little grass. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Reads it, fires complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. A little screen to the running back. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Aggies. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the 1st quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UMass offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The run inside. It's Smith. Got enough for the 1st. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
He's got it on the right. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. The Minutemen needing just a few inches to convert on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Moving out to the right. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
He'll do it himself on the draw. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the New Mexico State offense to go on the attack. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll go with a direct snap. Not much there. They'll give him one to the 14.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tackles. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Makes the grab on the left. He goes out of bounds across the 15 at the 16. That's a solid pickup on that one. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on second and short. The give out of the gun. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? Finds the tight end.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. They agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle.
And those in-breaking routes, man, it's got to be trust. Trust in the offensive line to do their job, and then trust that you know your receiver is going to break that off and come straight down the line of scrimmage. Stay away from the defense, especially those guys that sit back there trying to look at the quarterback's eyes and read them. Nice timing on that in route.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Rushes on him. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. Splits the uprights. It's good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got his man. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. That last connection just a hair short of the first down, but it opens an array of opportunities on 2nd and short. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Boy, that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
To the air on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And it's no good. That one could have helped out a bit there, guys, but still an 8-point game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. New Mexico State will kick it away to open this third quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
I caught up with the Minuteman head coach coming out of the locker room at the half. He said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. 2 solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. It's a draw. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up.
Snags it, and he's open. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Looks as if he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down, UMass. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Pulled down for the tackle.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Fires to the tight end. Goes down immediately, but he's got plenty and a fresh set of downs here. UMass with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last completion. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. UMass with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last completion. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Makes a catch. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to keep it in the air. Got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, UMass!
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into the season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
Fires quickly. He's not gonna make it, and he couldn't get there to tie the game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. Off the play fake on first down. He's going to fire deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the draw, it's Smith. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Snagged out of the air. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Sexton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Under fire. Can't get him to the ground. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Looking to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage. They've got a 1st down here. Want to start his bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Takes the easy completion. Oh, what a cut! Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Quarterback keep, and they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that 2nd and
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Heaves it deep. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Now, after the interception, there is a man who's still down on the field. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. UMass ready to get things started as the offense takes the field. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of 1st downs, maybe even punch in a score, and they'll go home with the W. The give from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the wideout. Right back to the well. Maybe some room here. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It'll be a draw. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Wants to adjust the pattern. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Unleashes one. Got his man on the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. UMass with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last completion. Gives it on the option. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. There he goes. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. UMass lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Minutemen. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Gets it just across the 30 to the 31-yard line. That's where the return is stopped. Here comes the New Mexico State offense to go on the attack. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
Breaks free, and he might be gone. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Complete. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He'll pull it down and run. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
So can the defense get one more stop, one more time, and hold on to this lead? Send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires complete on the crosser. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team...
Touchdown, Aggies! He got a step and just dusted the field. The Aggies get it right back.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
He gets it into the end zone. The two-point try is good, and we are all tied up late. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Minuteman offense taking the field, looking primed and ready to roll. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the stick.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Quarterback making checks. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And this defense taking matters into their own hands. 1st down, you get the sack. 2nd down, you force the incompletion. Now sitting at 3rd and long, you got them in their own territory. Big opportunity for this defense to shut this offense.
He's got it along the sideline. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Set up for the 1st down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
And it's good! And they surge on top here in the final minute.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball is incomplete.